Hey, Eric Cooner here with your daily dose of hope. Have you ever been caught in the act? And I know maybe some of you may jump to conclusions immediately. Where are you going with this, and what do you mean by being caught in the act? I remember when I was about 11 or 12, I got caught in the act. It wasn't a good thing, it was a bad thing. Actually, I was at the grocery store and decided that there was some gum that I wanted, but I didn't want to pay for it. And it was, by the way, the 2-cent piece of bubble gum wrapped down. Thought there's no way, nobody's going to see me. Slipped in behind a customer, reached down, grabbed a couple pieces, put them in my pocket, started to make my way to the door. Guess what? I got caught. Got caught by the manager. Pulls me up into the big scary booth. Here I am, 11, 12 years old. I begin to weep because I've been caught, embarrassed by what I've done. Wanted that gum so badly that I was willing to do something that was not right, to steal it, to take it, was something that didn't belong to me. I was caught. And as I sat there in that chair and began to contemplate, all of a sudden, my mom walked into the grocery store. And now I began to hide. I began to slump down in my chair, hoping that she would not see me, hoping that I could get out, hoping that I could cry my way out of the incident that had just happened. Luckily to me, I wasn't caught by my mom. She's watching this today. Yes, I did steal gum when I was 11 years old. Sorry, Mom. But I also remember times of catching my mom in the act, catching my wife in the act. Not a bad thing, but a good thing. The act of praying, the act on their knees before God, seeking His face on behalf of me, my brothers, my family. Catching my wife in the act, catching my children walking into the room thinking you're going to catch them in the act of doing something, but watching them worship God. Those are good things that God calls us to do, what Jesus celebrates in our lives. In John chapter 13, verses 30, starting with verse 34 and 35, it says, "A new command I give you, love one another as I've loved you. So you must love one another. By this, all men will know that you are my disciples if you love one another." If you love one another, God's going to know, people are going to know you by the way you treat others, by the way you love one another. Are we daily caught in the act of loving the way God instructs us? The way Jesus speaks here is to love one another, to lift one another up. What are ways that we're caught doing that? Are we carrying our cross on a daily basis? Or do we have concern for our neighbor? Are we concerned for those around us? Are we concerned for our family? Are we concerned for our pastors? Do we take those moments in our life and we get caught in the act in the midst of worship? Have your children walked in on you and found you on your knees before God praying for them? Husband and wife, have you caught each other praying for one another, loving each other? Has people in your neighborhood caught you treating them and doing kind acts because you just want to love better? Let's get caught in the act of doing what God instructs us, what Jesus instructs us, what He's telling His disciples, what you will be known by, and that's by loving one another. It's an action. It's a verb. It's speaking to the very essence of what we need to do, what we must do to see revival come, to see love come into our lives, into our communities, into our homes. Love one another. Get caught in the act. God bless you.